close proximity of Iran and Pakistan has significant strategic implications for both nations. Iran, with its Shia Muslim majority population, and Pakistan, with its Sunni Muslim majority population, share strong religious and cultural bonds. Being located in a volatile region, these two countries frequently face common challenges such as terrorism, border security, and the stability of neighboring countries. Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard recently targeted bases of the militant group Jaish al-Adl, which aims for an independent Balochistan and operates in Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan. This attack in Balochistan follows Iran's previous attacks in Iraq and Syria earlier this week. Despite the delicate nature of their relationship, Pakistan and Iran maintain a cordial bond. The recent attack coincided with a meeting between Pakistan's Prime Minister and Iran's Foreign Minister in Davos, Switzerland, as well as joint military drills conducted by the Iranian and Pakistani navies in the Gulf. However, both countries have accused each other of harboring militant groups that carry out attacks in their border regions. Ensuring security along their shared border, which spans approximately 900 kilometers or 559 miles, has been a long-standing concern for both governments. According to the Office of the United States Director of National Intelligence, Jaish al-Adl is recognized as the most active and influential Sunni militant group operating in Sistan Balochistan. Both Washington and Tehran have designated it as a terrorist organization. Jaish al-Adl, also known as the Army of Justice, is a separatist militant group that operates on both sides of the border and has previously claimed responsibility for attacks targeting Iranian entities. Their main objective is to achieve independence for Iran's Sistan and Balochistan province, which shares a border with Pakistan. In response to various incidents, Iran has carried out an unprecedented missile strike on training camps of Islamist elements near Idlib in Syria and a site in the Kurdish region of Iraq, which it claims is utilized by the Mossad. Additionally, Iran targeted training bases of the terrorist organization Jaish al-Adl in Pakistan. This intense retaliation was motivated by a desire for revenge against the Islamic State of Iraq and al-Sham or ISIS for an attack in Kerman on the anniversary of Qasem Soleimani's assassination. Furthermore, it was directed towards Israel in response to the alleged assassinations of Saeed Razi Mousavi in Syria and Sail al-Aruri in Lebanon. It appears that Iran has also sought revenge against Jaish al-Adl for a series of attacks on Iranian officers and soldiers along the Iran-Pakistan border. The recent developments have raised concerns about the potential escalation of a broader conflict in the Middle East. This comes as the Israel-Hamas war continues, surpassing the 100-day mark, and with Israel conducting daily bombardments of the Gaza enclave. Following the attack on its northern semi-autonomous Kurdistan region, which resulted in the death of 4 civilians and injured at least 6, Baghdad recalled its ambassador to Iran. Tehran claimed that the attack targeted an Israeli intelligence center near the U.S. consulate in Erbil, the capital city of the Kurdistan region. However, Iraqi Kurdish Prime Minister Masra Barzani rejected this claim and referred to the attack as a crime against the Kurdish people. It is suspected that these missile strikes were also intended to showcase Iran's strength, both in the face of external threats and within the domestic arena. Nevertheless, there are doubts as to whether such attacks will provide a solution to the underlying security issues that Iran continues to grapple with. This is evident from the fact that even after these attacks, Iranian security personnel were killed on the Pakistani border. Pakistan retaliated against Iran by launching missile strikes, resulting in the death of 9 individuals. The strikes were in response to Iran's earlier attacks in Pakistan. According to Pakistan, their strikes specifically targeted terrorist hideouts located in Iran's Sistan Balochistan province. Iran, however, condemned the attack, claiming that 3 women, 2 men, and 4 non-Iranian children were among the casualties. Both countries were targeting hideouts of non-state armed groups, with Pakistan accusing Iran of harboring Jaish al-Adl, and Iran accusing Pakistan of harboring the Balochistan Liberation Army and the Balochistan Liberation Front. The reciprocal attacks between Pakistan and Iran represent a significant escalation in the ongoing border skirmishes that have persisted for decades in this remote region. The international response to these events may be complicated due to limited knowledge about the area, the involved terrorist groups, and the decision-making processes within each country. The Baloch separatists have always been secretive to outsiders, and this is even more true for organizations like Jundullah and its offshoot, Jaish al-Adl. In the past, observers would have been confident that the situation would not escalate, given that both sides have now taken action. Iran and Pakistan have a history of pragmatic relations, and conflict is not in their best interest. The Pakistani military, led by practical generals who understand their limitations, could not ignore an attack on Pakistani territory. However, it remains uncertain how Iran will respond, considering other regional pressures, or if one of these disparate terrorist groups could provoke another confrontation. Instead of directly attacking each other's forces or assets, Iran and Pakistan targeted jihadi forces within each other's territory, which both countries consider problematic. Pakistan, previously supporting the Taliban against the United States-backed Kabul government, now faces an increasing threat from jihadists. Similarly, the Baluch forces that Pakistan targeted in Iran are also causing issues for Iran. Some might argue that Tehran and Islamabad have inadvertently helped each other by addressing these shared concerns. Pakistan's strike in Iran was proportional, targeting Baluch separatists accused of creating divisions in Pakistan. Both sides have expressed their desire to avoid further escalation, giving hope that this round of attacks will come to an end. The distinction between these events and the Iranian regime-supported Houthi attacks in Yemen lies in Iran's intentions. In the case of Pakistan, the Islamic Republic seeks to reduce conflict and tensions, while in Yemen, Iraq, Lebanon, and Syria, Iran aims to escalate conflict to drive the United States out of the Middle East and establish its regional dominance. Resolving Iran's regional campaign will require a comprehensive regional strategy, not just isolated strikes. If tensions between Iran and Pakistan were to intensify, China would find itself significantly impacted due to its extensive influence and interests in both nations. China maintains strong economic and strategic connections with both Iran and Pakistan, positioning itself as a crucial player in the region. Specifically, China has made substantial investments in Iran's energy sector, particularly in oil and gas projects. Additionally, China has heavily funded infrastructure initiatives in Pakistan through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or CPEC. Consequently, any escalation of conflict in the region would jeopardize these investments and disrupt China's economic plans. Notably, China shares a border with Pakistan through its Xinjiang region, which already faces security challenges. Heightened conflict between Iran and Pakistan could exacerbate security concerns for China, potentially leading to cross-border militancy and increased terrorist activities. Given these circumstances, China would be motivated to prevent any destabilization that could compromise its own security interests. China holds considerable diplomatic influence over both Iran and Pakistan, maintaining strong ties with each country. It has actively participated in negotiations involving Iran's nuclear program and has played a significant role in shaping the region's political landscape. However, if the recent conflict between Iran and Pakistan were to escalate, China would face substantial political and economic repercussions on a global scale. China's relationship with Iran and Pakistan extends beyond diplomatic ties. It has engaged in strategic and defense cooperation with both nations, assisting Iran in modernizing its military capabilities and supporting its nuclear program. Consequently, an escalation of the conflict could challenge China's political influence in the region, as it strives to maintain a delicate balance between its relationships with Iran and Pakistan. China has become Iran's largest oil customer and trading partner, relying on the country for a significant portion of its energy supply. Any disruption in the region due to the conflict would not only impact China's energy security, but also potentially lead to fluctuations in oil prices within, impacting China's energy security and affecting the global economy. China would likely face pressure to take a stance and mediate the conflict, which could impact its diplomatic relations with other countries involved in the region. China's broader geopolitical objectives in the Middle East, Eurasia, and the Indian Ocean are intricately tied to its strategic partnership with Iran. Therefore, any escalation of the conflict would undoubtedly have implications for China's geopolitical interests in the area.